Hi everyone, welcome to week 7. Week 7 is my favorite week of this course. It is where we are going to learn about pre-trial procedures and then the actual civil trial. So I feel like everything we've done in this class is kind of leading up to this week, so I think you'll find it interesting. The readings this week, chapters 16 and 17 of your textbook, are particularly interesting, and they give you some great information about the pretrial processes and procedures and the trial itself. So I would recommend doing those readings before anything else this week, because I think it'll make everything come together, and I think you'll feel like you have a pretty good picture of what the pretrial and the trial would look like. So, like I said, please do your readings first. Once you complete the readings, you'll be ready to tackle our 2 assignments. Our first assignment is to draft a pre-trial memo. And basically, a pretrial memo is when the legal team sets forth a summary of the case for the judge. So you would include things in the case like the names of the parties, the facts of the case, the issues that are in dispute, the different witnesses that would be testifying, the different evidence that will be presented, the relief that's being requested. Basically, a summary of everything that could come up at the trial so that the judge is prepared. And I actually think this exercise really serves the legal team as well, because they're taking some time to make sure that they understand everything and that they're prepared to handle everything that could come up at trial. So it's almost a good brainstorming exercise to ensure that they're prepared for everything that could come up, and they're also informing the judge about it all. So there's a great example of the type of information that needs to go into a pretrial memo on page 401 of your textbook. So I would certainly use that as a guide when you draft. And I should have mentioned earlier, you'll be using that same case that you made out back in week 2 that we've been working with all along as your case. Okay, so if you have any questions as you draft that, please reach out to me. Our second assignment is the questions that you would ask the jury when you are selecting jury members. So basically, jury selection questions. In a civil case, there could be a judge or there could be a jury trial. We're assuming we're having a jury trial, and so you as part of the legal team would help to draft questions to determine who would be best to serve on this particular jury. And so there's great information about this as well in your readings, but basically you want to ensure that the jurors are not biased, that they don't have any preconceived notions. You'd have to take into account the topic and the subject matter of the case, to make sure that the jurors can come in objectively and with an open mind and without any preconceived notions. So the questions you would ask would relate to maybe their past, maybe their current occupation, maybe their family situation, depending on what the content of the case is. You might want to know if they have any substance abuse issues or have been affected by that. Anything that would maybe cloud their judgment about the particular case. So again, I would do the readings first before you begin to draft those questions, because that'll give you some good ideas. And again, if you have any questions, let me know. Okay, and we also have a discussion board this week. This is actually our final discussion board for the class. And it's interesting because we're going to discuss order and decorum in a court, and kind of just compare and contrast that to order in a church. So I think that'll be interesting to make those comparisons. And it also, we'll get to talk about how important it is to present ourselves well in court. And oftentimes, clients are not always aware of how to present themselves in court, and so the legal team can help them with that as well. I mean, things like what they should wear, how they should act, how they should react. Obviously, always want to be very professional and put your best foot forward in court as a legal team, but also as the client, as the your client, but the party to the case. Okay, so we'll spend some time on that, and I think we'll have some interesting conversations. Okay, just keep in mind we have about 2 more weeks left of the course, so if you have any questions about anything that we've covered so far, please reach out. If you have any zeros or missing assignments in your grade book, please feel free to submit. Okay, thanks, I'll look forward to this week.